Hello, hello, Ryan and Lynette. Go ahead and face me about Kanye. Student tense begin. Honor, courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, courage, community. About Kanye. All right, warm up today. There's two of you, so I'll let both of you choose two exercises each. Ryan, what's the first one we're gonna do?
Squats and sit-ups.
Squats and sit-ups. All right, give me 15 squats and 15 sit-ups. All right, Lynette, what are the next two we're gonna do?
Push-ups and jumping jacks.
Push-ups and jumping jacks. All right, 15 jumping jacks and 10 push-ups. All right, so there's only two of you. We won't go too much into warm-up, so we'll go ahead and go into arms forward. And backwards. Oh, there's some wrestling. Hugs. Arms up and down. And twisting side to side. Hands on our hips, head up and down. Look left and right. Ear to shoulder. Head circles. Other way. And hip circles. And down and cobra stretch. Sit back on your heels, child's pose. Excuse me. Sit and spread your legs wide in the V. Start going side to side. And down the middle. Butterfly, nose to toes. And go ahead and stand up. Face me about again. All right, it is a forms day, but I do want to work on a few different kicks today before we get into forms. So today's class, I kind of want to focus on crescent kicks. So we're going to do inside, outside, spin, maybe jump, spin crescent kicks. I don't know if I'd be able to properly show them because I don't have the mat floors underneath me. And these floors are a little wet because they just cleaned it, so I could possibly fall. So we'll see if we get to there, but then we will get into forms a little bit. So first one I just want to start off with is just warming up our legs. So I just want to do inside, then outside. And every time I count, you're just going to do an inside crescent kick, then an outside crescent kick. We're going to start off with one leg. It can be either leg. I don't really care which one you guys start off with. You're kind of the older class, so I don't really need to follow along as much. So ready? One. Just loosening up those legs. Inside, outside. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. And switch feet. Ready? 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. All right, good. Pretty basic enough. Next, we'll get into some spin crescent kicks. So remember, with this any spin kick, you go towards that back leg. So if my right leg's in front, my left leg is behind me in my back stance, I'm going to be spinning towards the back leg. I'm going to be spinning towards my back shoulder. So my left leg's behind me, and that's going to be my kicking leg. So I'm in my back stance. Turning towards that back shoulder, I spot my target, and then I pick up my leg, not all the way back here, because then my crescent kick will go to the side. So that's why it's important for me to spot my target, and then I kick towards the front. It's a little easier to do when you're going faster, but a common mistake is over twisting those legs to where I'm about right here, and then it's a little difficult to pick that leg up. So we don't want to over twist, but we also don't want to pick our leg up too early. So it's kind of getting used to spotting and timing it correctly. So some people like to cheat a little bit. And as they're spinning, they kind of take this little step right here. So instead of turning and then doing the kick, they like to take a little step to kind of help them with the process. So it's okay if you do that. Just don't make it like a huge, obvious type of step. But if you can see my feet, a little easier. As I'm turning towards my back leg, they take this step to help prepare them. So that both feet are turned towards the back. And so as I'm turning, it's already planted, and it's all ready for me to bring that crescent kick over, because it prevents it from twisting together. So let's try to practice on that. Just a huge important thing is spotting your target. Because if I'm over here, so facing over here, my kick's going to go to the side. It's not going to go towards the front. So let's work on those a little bit. I want you to start with your right leg in front. Right leg in front, so that means we're going to go towards our left. That means we're kicking with our left leg. So right leg in front, hands up guarding our face. Ready? 1. 2. There you go. 3. Nice, Ryan. 4. And then I can't see you that well, but it looks like your kick's pretty, so I'm going to assume it is 5. A little too early, Ryan. 6. 7. There you go. 8. 9, 10, and hop change. So now our left leg's in front, or whichever leg you just kicked with is in front. Remember, still turn towards that back leg. Ready? 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. And hop change. All right, next one we're gonna work on are those jump, spin, crescent kicks. So like as the name is, jump, then spin, not spin, then jump crescent. So same idea, we're gonna go towards the back shoulder, back leg. But what I mean by it's not a spin, jump crescent is it's not this. We're not spinning and then jumping, we have to jump first. But it's really hard to break down and explain. As I'm getting ready to jump, I'm already preparing to twist myself. So it should be that kind of motion. It shouldn't be spin, then jump. We want to catch air as we're spinning. But same idea, it's a little difficult if you haven't done it before, if you haven't practiced jumping that much. But same idea, as I'm getting ready to jump, I want to try to spot my target first. Yes, right.
I'm not sure if I have enough room to do that.
That's okay. If you don't have enough room, just practice the spin crescent kicks first.
Okay.
Just because you're also young, don't feel the thing, you don't get this done right away. Just something to work on. If none of you have room for it, but we'll work on those spin crescent kicks just a few more times. I wasn't planning on doing this one too much because I know a lot of you don't have mad experience. It will hurt if you slip and fall. But just showing you the general idea of doing a jump spin crescent, I think we do it properly on this board because there's wet spots everywhere. But it's going to be this kind of whole launching motion. So we're jumping, and then we're spinning, and then we execute. If you ever come in person class, we'll get to work on those a little bit more. I showed some of my students how to do tornado kicks as well. But we're gonna, so if you're able to do jump spin, try it. We're just gonna do 5 on each leg. If not, just do spin crescent kicks. So go ahead and put your right leg in front, left leg behind us, and then we're spinning towards that back shoulder. We're just gonna do 5 more kicks on each leg. Ready? 1. There you go, Lynette, damn it. 2. 3. 4. 5. There you go. Hop change. Ready? 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Very good. All right, go ahead and relax for a second. We're going to get into the form next, except we're going to do the form just a little bit differently. Who is not super comfortable with the form just yet? I feel like everyone's at least got a good idea of it. So we'll go through it together once or twice. And then we're going to do it without the hand techniques. We're just going to do the stances and the kicking techniques. So first off, just show me Chumbi for the form. We'll do it together the first 1 or 2 times just to refresh your guys' memory. We're at Chumbi for a form. If you need help, I'm going in the same direction as you, so just try to follow me. Ready? Ryan disappeared. Where did you go? Ready? 1, square block. Back stance. 2, inverted knife hand. 3, big stance. 4, square block. 5, inverted knife hand. 6, big stance. 7, step back, double fist block. 8, side kick. Hold balance. 9, in the back stance, double fist block. Double knife hand block, not double fist block. 10, step forward, double knife hand block. Back stance, yeah. 11, double knife hand block. 12, stepping into a front stance, spear kick. 13, turning towards the left, square block. 14, inverted knife hand. 15, fixed stance, front hand punch. 16, step together, step out, square block. 17, inverted knife hand. 18, fixed stance. Lynette, are you a senior red belt? Yes, all right, so you have more to go through, okay. 20, step together, step out, inner forearm block. Very good. 20, that was 19. Right? This is 20. I think this is 20. 20, number 2 front kick. 21, reverse punch. 22, inner forearm block with the hand that just did the punch. 23, number 2 front kick. 24, reverse punch. 25, number 2 side kick. 26, bring your feet together, facing towards the front. 27, double fist block. And 28, double fist block. Very good, back to Chumbi. Brian still hasn't appeared. Where did he go? All right, so back to Chumbi for the form. We're gonna do it one more time together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, bring our feet together, double fist bump. 8, 9, double knife block. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then 15, 16, 16, spread block. 17, and bring back in. 18, big stance. 19, step together, step out, inner corner block. 20, number 2 front kick. 21, reverse punch. 22, inner forearm block. 23, number 2 front kick. 24, reverse punch. 25, number 2 side kick. 26, bring our feet together. 27, double fist bump. And, 28, double fist bump. There you go, back to Chumbi. All right, so now we're gonna do it. Hello, Ryan. We're doing the form right now. So now we're gonna do the form without the hand techniques. So we're gonna keep our hands behind our back or on your belt, and we're just gonna go, I'll watch you guys for a second. We're just gonna go through the stances and the feet motion as I count. So if there's a move that doesn't require us to move our feet. We just stand in that position. So we're just going to go through the whole form without our hand techniques. This is to make sure we're properly doing the correct stances. So starting at Unity, our feet together, we're going to keep our hands behind us. Ready? 1, feet, square block. 2, we don't move, that's a inverted knife hand. 3, fixed stance. There you go. Make sure our weight's distributed between our knees. 4, back stance. 5, don't move. 6, fixed stance. I'm going to turn around that way. 7, feet come together. There you go. 8, side kick. 9, back stance. And then, Ryan, you can go ahead and start over or go through the form yourself while you wait on everyone else. 10, twist, step forward. 11, twist, step forward. 12, front stance. 13, turn back stance. 14, we don't move. 15, fixed stance. 16, step together, step out, back stance. 17, we don't move. 18, fixed stance. 19, step together, step out into a front stance. 20, front kick. 21, front stance. 22, we don't move. 23, front kick. 24, front stance. 25, number 2, side kick. 26, you bring it together. 27, back stance. And 28, back stance. Very good, back to Chumbi. All right, now, I left this again. Oh, there's one. So now, we're gonna do the form, but with our eyes closed. Now, if you have a small space, it's okay to open your eyes every now and then to make sure you're not about to run into anything. That's totally okay. If it looks like you're about to run into something, I'll try to warn you, but obviously I can't tell it as easily. So just, if you need to open your eyes every now and then, that's totally okay. We're gonna do it by counting. So if you feel like you're moving too close to something, just peek real quick. But we're gonna start with our eyes closed. Right around Chumbi. Ready? 1, square block. 2, inverted knife. 3, 4, 5, 6. Punch with the other hand, Ryan. There you go. 7, 8, 9. And go ahead and start over, Ryan. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Very good. Go ahead and relax for a second, guys. All right. Were you able to keep your eyes closed for most of that? Yep. All right. Looks good so far. So for the next few minutes, I just want to see you guys working on the form yourselves without me counting your form by your count. I'm just going to check to make sure you guys got it all right. and then we'll get to some actual like cool down stretches after that. So go ahead and tune me for your form. Whenever you finish, start over again. If you have any questions, feel free to raise your hand. It shouldn't take us this long because there's only 3 people and I can only see the two of you anyway. So we're only gonna do this for like 2 or 3 minutes. So just once you're finished, start over. Your form by your count. Whenever you're ready, begin. Very good. And go ahead and relax, guys. So both of those look really good. Good job, looking pretty sharp so far. Real quick before we go into our cool down stretches, I just want to go over some self-defense. The one that you guys technically have to do, which is the overhead knife attack one, it's kind of hard to show without one, a partner, 2, online. So right now, I'm just going to show you the younger kids one, the other self-defense. And then next time, I'll try to find someone else to help me be my partner for the overhead knife defense. So the other self-defense that we have to do is if someone is pulling us by our wrist. Now, previously, we taught you step back. But if someone is pulling you, chances are you're going to be going forward, right? So what we're teaching now is instead of stepping back and trying to tuck our arms, if someone is pulling us forward, we step forward and we automatically tuck our arms in because someone pulling us forward is going to bring us closer to our arms anyway. And also make them probably bring their arms a little close to them as well, which is what we want. Now, it's okay if they're also straight armed. Either way, it's going to work. But just keep in mind, if I had someone pulling me, so say they're pulling me that way, the moment that they pull me and I lurch forward, I step and bring my arms to my side. So if they're pulling me, I step forward, bring my arms to my side. I want to try to make sure my dominant side is behind me. So if my right hand is my dominant side, I want to try to step forward with my left leg. Now, may not always be the case because sometimes you just can't decide on which one you're going to step back or step forward depending on the person. So you might end up with your other side in front, or you might end up opposite or squared up to them. Either way, it should work out. But the ideal situation would be we step forward with our dominant side behind us. So we step forward, our arms are tucked. With my dominant side first, I'm going to try to, I say, sweep my hair back or touch my elbow to their elbow. This is going to release their wrist grab from me. So I want to keep it as close to me as possible. I don't want to do it out here. I want to keep it as tight as possible. The reason why we use our dominant side first is because it's behind us. If I were to do my front hand first, they're within arm's length away to like hit me, punch me, do whatever, because that means that they're within that distance. So I want to keep this hand in the wrist first. That way I can protect myself with my backhand. So if we get rid of my dominant side, might possibly be theirs as well. But that's more of a distance for them to reach. So it's much safer for us to do this side first. So once I free this hand, I bring it up to guard my face. And then I do the same thing with this hand. I sweep my hair back or touch elbow to elbow, and then I strike. It can be any kind of strike. It can be a front hand jab, it can be a backhand punch, it can be a kick, it can be whatever, as long as it is a strike. So pretty simple, but once again, if you can try to practice this in the air, or if you happen to have a partner, it's okay if you don't, like obviously I don't, but say they're pulling me, I step forward into a good back stance or a good fixed stance, any kind of deep stance, honestly, with my arms already tucked, with my back hand, my dominant side. I'm going to touch elbow to elbow, where it looks like I'm punching myself in the face. Keep that hand up to guard my face, and then I do the same thing with the front hand. And then I strike. So that's one of the self-defense. I'll try to show you just a quick shadow of the other one, although we won't practice this one as much, just because I don't have a partner, it's more confusing. So if someone was to go try to stab me with a knife over her head, say they're stabbing it with this hand. So say they're coming at me from this side. I would step and try to catch the wrist, the hand with the knife, with a monkey grip, with my hand like this. So if this was the wrist, I'd want to hold it like that. So I'd step a high block, catching at the wrist where the knife is. I want to get it early. So if this hand was the one with the knife, I want to catch it before it gets to here, or even straight. That's more leverage. So I want to try to catch it when it's still pretty bent. That way they can't use as much force against me. So I want to catch. Then, this is so hard without a partner. We're going to reach on the other side of the arm and then grasp our own hand, or grasp the wrist. So their arm should be in between both of ours, and it should be around my bicep area. We would pinch, my head would go to the side, and then we crunch over, and their arm would be doing this kind of motion. So like I said, next time, I'll try to have a partner, that way I can show that a little bit more easily, but that's just a preview if you haven't seen the self-defense before. Other than that, we're gonna do a few stretches real quick. So I want you to have your right leg go into a deep lunge. Deep lunge. Now we're gonna bring our knee 1 inch from the floor. Move this down so you can see. Knee 1 inch from the floor. Really stretching it. Now put that knee down and just try to sink deep into those hips. Very good. Now straighten that front leg and try to go nose to knee. Normally I would make you do a front split, but I won't make you do that this time. So turn towards the side, and we're gonna do this kind of stretch. Or my other knee is on the floor if you can't tell. It just helps stretch out those hips. Now, face back towards the front, and we're just gonna bend that leg over and try to touch the floor. And now let's switch legs. So we're gonna lunge with our left leg in front. Knee 1 inch from the floor. Set that knee down, lunge deep into the glutes. Straighten that front knee, nose to knee. We're going to turn towards the side. Stretch this way now. Turning back towards the front, and just turning that leg over slightly to do this stretch. Very good, and stand back up. And if you need to shake those hips out. Normally I would make you guys do the front splits, but I can't even do that on this floor, so I won't make you do it. Some quick announcements before I end class a little early-ish today. We do have classes still tomorrow and Wednesday. So we do have online, we do have in-person tomorrow and Wednesday. We will be closed Thursday, the 24th, Christmas Eve, till Sunday, January 3rd. So the Sunday after New Year's. So we'll be closed this Thursday, Friday, all of next week. Classes resume January 4th, that Monday. So once again, we're closed this Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all of next week. We're open again the following Monday, January 4th. Other than that, there's no other events. I believe we'll have a board-breaking clinic when we come back, and testing will be soon. So testing, I believe, is going to be around the end of January or beginning of February when we come back. So start preparing for that. Your forms looked pretty good today. Keep working on that. Your stances looked really good. Just minor little things on chambering. Remember to keep your arms fully straight. Try not to have them down here or bent, and try to keep them straight ahead. Just little minor details. I don't want to see T-Rex arms. So nice and straight. Fully chambering those kicks and those hand techniques. If you don't have any questions, face me about Kine. If you do have any questions, feel free to stay after class and ask me. I'll be here for a few more minutes.